Alright, hello, howdy. How are y'all doing today? Give me just one moment to finish setting everything up here. Alright, here we go. And in a moment, it should... I don't know why this black screen thing always happens when I switch it over, but it just does. Whoops, I forgot to turn on the game volume. There we go. Okay. So, last we had left off, I rolled the torch. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. Especially considering the boss that we're going to be taking this to. We're going to be going back to the Painted World for this one. To Ariandel Chapel. I'm definitely a bit concerned about how this is going to go. The torch is going to be pretty minimal damage, and it doesn't have a very good attack animation. So, we will see. Yeah, we have to do this bridge thing again. Turning a bridge into a ladder. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to be taking this to one of the actual worst bosses in this game, and I'm not saying that in the same way that I was with Frida, where like Frida is just a boss that I just personally don't enjoy. I'm saying it in a pretty objective sense. It's honestly, I don't know if it's as objectively bad of a boss as like Curse Rotted Greatwood. but it's a pretty rough one, and even just the path down to it is not a particularly pleasant way to go. Let's see. Yeah, is it this? And there's a crab down here that I'd rather not tangle with. Yeah, right here. Okay. And this bonfire is probably where we're going to be for the entirety of the rest of the stream. In addition to this boss just not being a particularly good boss. Okay, so it looks like the animation's basically the same in one hand and two hand. But yeah, in addition to this boss just not being particularly good, and by not particularly good, I mean explicitly bad, I am also not really practiced with it at all. This is probably the boss that I fight the least in my normal runs. Just like everything else in this game, though, it has a pretty amazing boss theme. Oh boy, this damage. This is gonna be some Vort levels of lack of damage. Every one of these... Okay, that's 11 damage. That is 11 damage. Oh no, okay. I might have to go and, oh, I don't know, this is not gonna be good. Yeah, 11 damage to the Gravetender himself. Is not making me eager for this fight. Given I'm never eager for this fight, it's, you know, not a very good fight. But still. Like, it's gonna take me forever to just take down one of the wolves. That being said, I'm sure that with as much just hiding around and, you know, whatnot that I'm having to do here, the Sun Princess ring is definitely going to be putting out its value. Man, I didn't even hit it with that second one. Ooh. Could have done without taking that hit. You're the almost dead one. Okay. I want to take out this one here. Alright, there we go, one down. Now I just need to do that 2 more times. Man, that roll buffer. Like, these guys don't even do that much damage. Honestly, I'm willing to bet that I would probably do more damage with a bare fist than I am with this torch. Come on. The problem here is definitely going to be just... Ooh, actually, I've just noticed another problem. The durability here. I do like that R2 though. Range on that R2 is pretty nice. I mean, as nice as you can expect with the torch anyway. Uh-oh. Come on. I need them to split off from the Gravetender. And I really can't afford to trade like that. I don't do nearly enough damage for trades to be acceptable. Now again, I do have the passive regen from the Sun Princess ring, but it's really, really slow. One of them's behind me, yep. Not a fan of the fact that I got hit there. I am not going to lie. Like, I deal 11 damage on a hit to the Gravetender. This is going to be worse than Vort by an extensive margin. The animation on the running R1 is pretty long. I don't really want to use that running R1 while there's multiple enemies on board. We've got that one pretty low, at least. Oh, geez. Uh-oh. Now, this is going to get easier, you know, the further we go, because that's going to be less of the small wolves to deal with. But it will get harder before we're done. It'll get much, much harder before we're done. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll just have to wait and see. Too far. I do want to keep focusing on the same target. If it becomes untenable to do so, though, I'm not opposed to switching off. Not wholly, anyway. That's one down, though. 6 damage. Oh boy. Now, given he did block that, but he is very guard happy. This is a very guard happy boss. Probably no weapon skill on this thing, is there? Yeah, no weapon skill. I don't know where the boss is, where the Gravetender is. don't like that I don't know where he is. But he seems to be leaving me alone for now, which I'll take. I will take the opportunity to just beat up his dog. Ooh, there it is. Yeah, I do 11 damage when it's not blocked and 6 when it is. Oh joy. Okay, there's all the dogs down. Honestly, part of me didn't even expect to make it this far on this run. I have to play this very slowly. Just bait out whatever he wants to do, and then punish. Which means I also want to keep a bit of distance. I'm incredibly worried about Phase 2, though. Phase 2 could go very, very badly. I'm not confident that I'll have nearly enough damage to really ever do this with the torch. You went for a double there? Really? Okay. Yikes. I am actually getting manhandled. I'm really not sure if I can do this with only half Estus. Like, if it was just this guy, we'd be fine. But as I've pretty actively alluded to, it's not just this guy. That is some really annoying tracking. Hello, can I move, please? Jesus. Yeah, I think I pretty much just want to do the R2s. Okay, I can't attack while he's attacking, though. Of course, you delay the second one. Yeah. I have to pull him out of here. There's not nearly enough space for me to really kite. And keep getting stuck on the pillars. I didn't see who just chatted, but hello, hello. I'm currently doing probably the most insane thing I've ever done. And it's not very pleasant. I'm probably going to have to upgrade this torch because 13 damage per hit ain't it, Chief. 4 right there, and I got punished for it. Yeah, okay. We're getting out of here. I'm definitely going to have to upgrade that. Take him down paper cut at a time. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a bit of a paper cut. Yeah. Other problem is I don't really have any upgrade materials. Nor do I really have the souls for it. Let's see. I'm just worried that, like, it's not really going to do a whole lot. We need 12 of you.
Ashen 1.
I'll get it to +3 for the moment, and then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, those are not particularly good damage increases. I mean, they are damage increases. You're doing 0.15% on every hit compared to the Yorm and Vort, who are 0.25 and 0.5. Yeah. I didn't expect this to be particularly easy or fun. Oh, man. Well, at +3, we'll see how it goes. Oh, I'm gonna equip that repair powder. Is there anything that will be worth? Because the Dex ring actually doesn't, what? Why would putting on the life ring decrease my primary attack power when taking off the hunter's ring isn't? I have absolutely no idea. I guess we can put on the Leo ring, because I think that probably counts as a thrust attack. I really don't know the value of the Leo ring, though. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty big damage increase, actually, at least against the wolves. Ooh. It's on the side there. Yeah, okay, I can't, oh, seriously. I took instability damage there because of a stupid turnaround animation. We did 11 damage to him while he was, guarding, which actually bodes pretty well, I think. Oh, come on. All right, there's one down. 24, okay. Uh-oh. Let's get out of the corner there. Okay, I guess this guy wants to come at us next. I really don't want to let them get behind me. any of them get behind me, really. Ooh. Ugh. I shouldn't have tried to go for an attack there. The fact that that still hit me is a little aggravating. I'm in danger. I am in very much danger. I had a much easier time actually taking care of the wolves last time, which is a little nuts. I don't know, I feel like the wolves are trying to surround me a lot more than they were last time. $70. Okay. I mean, we've been doing 70 damage. Oh. A little bit less there for some reason. Nah, not quite in range for that. I need to be at a very, very specific distance from them to actually punish. You know, far enough that I won't get hit from one of their leaps. Wolves are using pack tag. Yeah, a lot more aggressive. Yeah. That's what, kind of the sense that I was getting. I don't really like that running R1 because it's got some dead frames at the backside of it. Well, we're doing 24 damage now instead of 13. Which is, it's a bit of an upgrade. It is an upgrade. A small one, but still an upgrade. Uh-oh. I don't want to lose sight on him. On, ye old Gravetender. Ow. As much as I'm practically doubled your damage output, yeah. On +3 only as well. And like, I can buy infinite large Titanite shards, so I could theoretically get it up to +6. Which for all I know might double the damage output again. But every large shard is 4,000 a piece to buy, 4,000 souls a piece. Which is a little bit pricey. So I'd rather not, you know, not do that if I don't have to. Theoretically, it should become easier now that this is the only guy on the field, but I don't know, I kind of feel like, I might like trick myself into playing a little more recklessly than perhaps I should. The other thing is, like, even though it's only him, he's still he likes to block a lot, if you couldn't tell. So I'm not always going to be doing maximum damage to him, even if I do hit. which means this is going to take an excessively long amount of time. Just memorize the attack pattern, it's easy. I mean, his attacks themselves are not the issue. The issue is the fact that I do 24 damage to him on, you know, a full... Well, not a charged R2, but on an R2 that's unguarded. That's what the issue is. See, and most of the time I'm not even hitting him, even during those few punish windows. 19 on an R1, okay. On an unguarded R1. On a normal on a guarded R1, it was like 13, I think. $11, I guess. Okay. And it's 14 on the guarded R2. Well, if I keep going at it at this rate, maybe by next year, this fight will be done. You know, assuming I don't die at all. Still faster than Varian's gargoyles, true. Yeah. No, that is true. I can still hold that over his head. Also, he didn't fight the gargoyles with the torch. Ow. I shouldn't have gone for that attack. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was some lucky positioning there. Okay, that was a jump attack, I guess. Why does Twitch keep changing your emotes? Because, I don't know. Twitch, I guess. Ow. He's gonna go for another jump at me? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, he faked me out. That's fine, because I still didn't get hit. Uh-oh. Yikes. Not even through like a quarter of his HP. And I am at less than half Estus. I should have gone for an R1 there. I don't know why I went for an R2. Ooh. Yikes. That was no bueno. I don't know why that was a jump. I don't know why that was a jump, but that... the fact that that was a jump is the entire reason that I got hit there. Uh-oh. Yeah, I ran out of stamina there. Okay. Really? That hit me? Not a fan of that. Ooh, 40 damage on a blocked charged R2. Charging them might be worth it. That's rarely ever the case in Dark Souls 3. But we're actually doing yellow damage to him on the charged attacks. Look at that. And we've got the time for it too. He's not really that aggressive. Now this clearly isn't the run. You know, I'm at not quite having done half his HP, and we have a single Estus flask left. But it's good to know that I can actually do that kind of damage with full charged R2. Yeah, if that wasn't charged, that would have done 8 damage. And even if he does block it, like, that's still 40 damage that I'm doing on a hit. Okay. So we're gonna bone out. And see about getting some more, like, getting this upgraded some more, because I think that I can actually get the damage to a point where it's not gonna be too terrible. Now, I'm gonna need 48,000 souls, plus some, to get all the, actually, I already have 4, so I only need 8. So I need 32,000 plus some. Nameless King I can eat, because I can't use any of his stuff anymore. Twin Princes I can eat. I can't use either of their stuff. They have an ultra great sword and a straight sword. And there we go.
Ashen 1.
What?
Okay, so now our attack power is sitting at, what is it sitting at? 223. What do you think is the worst weapon class left, and who do you think you want to use on if you had the choice? Okay, here, so of the weapon classes I have left, I've got, I mean, the worst one I think is clearly the bow. Actually, it might be the dagger. It might be the dagger. It's not, well, it is either the dagger or the bow for sure. The only boss that I want to say that I would want to use it on neither of them. The only bosses that I wouldn't want to use either of those on, rather, would be the Soul of Cinder, who is the final boss of the game, and the Demon Princes, which are the first boss of DLC 2. 104, there we go. 129 on a normal, just tap R2. This thing is starting to do, like, the damage of a real weapon, kind of. So look at that, that guy's at half already, and I've only directly attacked it once. Ooh, that was almost bad news. Uh-oh. See, honestly, I didn't think that the damage increase that the torch was going to get would have at all made upgrading it worthwhile. Which is why I went in here without upgrading it at all at first. But I am pleasantly surprised. I would really like for this wolf to actually just start attacking me, though, and stop just running around. That'd be nice. I don't know why I did that right there. That was a really dumb decision. That's gonna cost me maybe 2 Estus. No, 1 should be fine. You know, actually, now that I think about it, so Dagger is going to suck on either Soul of Cinder or the Demon Princes, but the bow might not be too bad on Demon Princes, at least if it's phase 1. I don't want to have phase 2 Demon Prince's bow. That sounds like a terrible time. But in phase 1, it's probably doable. Now, of course, I don't have a way to cheese my, you know, I can't cheese my way out of a weapon like I did earlier with the Great Bow on the Ancient Wyvern, with just plunge attacking it with a bare fist. So, you know, whatever weapon I have, I will actually have to use it. $24 damage from a blocked R2 tap. 60 from a blocked charge. And it was 60 on the unguarded charge before, you know, I did the second round of upgrading. $101, okay. 101 is some pretty nice damage. Look at me actually considering, like, the bare minimum of triple digits to be good damage. What is wrong with this run? I still don't really want to be trading. I have no idea how phase 2 is going to be. I mean, I imagine it's going to be pretty terrible. But other than that, I couldn't tell you. Terrible trade. Yeah, I probably need to stop doing the charges, just go for the taps. The taps are still doing some decent damage. And, you know, if sacrificing a bit of damage, if sacrificing, you know, 60 damage, okay, or that could happen. Or that could happen. Thank you very much for that game. I love getting triple tapped. You know, backed up into a corner, and then, having all of my agency as a player stolen from me. Absolutely love it. See, I feel like I can get away with charged R1s or R2s there. You can't charge an R1. It's actually kind of mad though, the just the difference in damage between R1, R2, and charged R1 in this instant, or charged. Why did I say charged R1 again? What is wrong with me? Anyway, the difference between the three kinds of attacks I can do is actually kind of insane. Typically in DS3, you have basically no reason to ever do an attack that isn't an R1. Ooh, dropped a very unlucky frame there. That was a very greedy charge. It paid off, but I shouldn't have gone for it. Oh, I don't want the bow on Half-Light either. Because that's another NPC boss like this guy. And you're not really seeing it here because, you know, I'm not using a projectile weapon. But NPC bosses are very, very dodgy when it comes to projectiles. Like, they will spam dodge as much as a player would. And of course, they don't really ever dodge melee attacks. But they will dodge projectiles until the end of time. Get off of me. Oh my lord. Sometimes I hate lock-on. For instances like that. Yeah, just walk away from me. That was... dude, I need to not ever be touching the R2 button and the circle button at the same time. Just ever. Yeah. Because that leads to some pretty terrible instances of that god-awful jump attack. Normally jump attacks are actually like a really good thing to have. Definitely not here though. Phase 2 should be starting pretty soon. Actually, because of that, this is gonna take a minute, but I'm just gonna, like, avoid him for, you know, however long it takes for the Sun Princess ring to do its work. And then we'll go into phase 2. Now, Now, if I was playing absolutely optimally, I think I would have done this on, you know, any time that I ever needed to use an Estus during this entire fight. But, you know, that's not necessarily the most, entertaining thing to do or to watch, so I'm just gonna do it now just because I'm kind of running low on Estus. That was a free hit, though. Actually, I feel like phase 2 should have started already. Maybe it's at 40% HP that it takes over. I don't know. We just get to enjoy the boss theme for a bit, which, you know, like, okay, as terrible of a boss as this is, you know, the music for it is admittedly absolutely amazing. Same thing with Half-Light, actually. His boss theme is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated in the entire game. And it's honestly an amazing theme. God dang it. Seriously? What was that delay for? I don't want to use an Estus going into phase 2. Come on. And of course it wasn't even just like one tap or anything, it was like 3 hits. That was dangerous. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. Yes, thank you. Keep doing that, and I can regen all my HP that you stole from me. Whew. That was a little close for my liking. That jump isn't too hard to dodge, actually. It's when he switches it up that, you know, becomes a little bit of an interesting situation. Come on, HP bar, just tick up. Just do your job, Sun Princess Ring, and tick up my HP bar. Red bar, go up. Oh, what is he doing? Is he doing another leap? Oh. Okay. Is it another one? No, it's not another one. Uh-oh. Ooh. Sweep there was a little scary. But, honestly, after this boss, I can't imagine that the rest of the run is going to be all too difficult. Now, it might be, because I could get locked into fighting demon princes with, you know, a dagger and a bow. Or I could get locked into fighting Half-Light with a bow, God forbid. But in general, I don't think the rest of this run is going to be that bad as soon as I get through here. Alright, I have enough HP. Okay, here we go. Where is it? It's over there. And this part, by the way, is why this boss fight sucks so much. This guy has all kinds of bizarre hitboxes. Like that. Now, the Gravetender isn't going to be that bad during this part, because he pretty much just stays back and occasionally throws, like, it was Soul Dart, I think is the name of it in Dark Souls. Glintstone Pebble, basically, for anyone who's played Elden Ring. Is basically what he does. Oh, there's a Chilling Fog as well. Or, you know, whatever the name of it is in Dark Souls. Normally, I tend to prefer to focus down the Gravetender first, but I actually think that in this situation, because I do so little damage, it's probably a better idea to go after the wolf first. Oh yeah, and look at that, I got hit through the pillar by that dash. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and bone out. We were actually doing some damage to the wolf. I promise you won't get cold with that torch, and yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work that way. Yeah, torches don't stop you from being cold. What they do stop you from is having, like, flesh-eating maggots, you know, eat your flesh. They do stop that, but they don't stop you from being cold. Okay. Time for the dogs again. Uh-oh. Can I get out of the wall here, please? No. Okay. Well, I mean, I got out eventually. Didn't actually take as much damage as I thought I might from, you know, being stuck in the wall like that. I have no idea, by the way, why that was a jump attack instead of a normal R2. But I didn't get punished for it, so whatever, I guess. 20-minute run is crazy, still shorter than Vort, though. Yeah, Maggot's great. Well, it's more the fire than the torches. I think also if you get lit on fire from anything, that the flesh-eating maggots also go away. Yeah, I mean, the problem with this, like, the reason why these ones this boss is going to be 20-minute runs. I mean, you can probably already tell, like, it's the fact of all the ads, and I need to kite around and a whole lot. Really? That one is almost dead. Can you just try to, thank you. Oh, and of course that happens. Immediately, I just get ganked by the other two. Whatever. As long as I don't play like an idiot against the Gravetender, as long as I play safe against him and don't burn through all my Estus, maybe it'll be enough for the Great Wolf. Now, Gravetender actually seems to be taking less damage than the Great Wolf. Also, it's actually a lot more difficult to hit him. Not so much because of the size of the Great Wolf, mind you. Mostly just because Gravetender is a squirrely little bastard. Come on. Oh. That was the weirdest jump attack ever. I have no idea why that happened. Must have just, like, unconsciously done a forward tilt on my controller. You know, same thing for, like, making kicks happen. I was kind of hoping he would just continue to walk into me. Obviously that didn't happen, but it's fine. You're lucky these aren't gorillas instead of wolves. Instead of pack tactics, they offer gorilla tactics. Oh boy. You know, it's funny that you should say that. I'm gonna have to play Sekiro on stream at some point. Okay, come at me. 24. I didn't think he had the range for that. That second one I just failed to touch the dodge button, but I didn't think he actually had the range for the first. Uh-oh. Man, that would have been a perfect backstab setup if, you know, I was using a weapon that can backstab. Oof. I don't know why I decided to try for that one. Whatever. I'm not going to Estus after that, because I would like for the Sun Princess ring to cover it. You know, just save Estus where I can. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? That was obviously going to happen there. Well, now I'm down to 7. Went from 9 to 7 because I made the same dumb mistake. Like, twice. Seriously? Why do I keep on doing that? Especially because, like, you know, he has, like, the guard damage reduction, whenever he does that leap attack. It's not even something that can really be punished. Would be nice, though, if you were to, you know, like, stop just blocking everything. I don't know why I keep on doing stuff like that. It's not a very smart thing to do. Okay. Just roll towards me, I guess. I need to be a little bit closer there. Alright, buddy, come on. And I do it again. I do it again. Like, I know exactly what he's doing when he does that, right? But I just keep on walking into it anyway. See, whenever he does the leap, I need to roll past him, take like 1 or 2 steps towards him, and then I can punish. Because he has to take time to turn around. Now, right there, he was actually able to successfully guard it. Uh-oh. See, I'm not down to 5 Estus now because this is actually a particularly difficult boss fight or anything. I'm down to 5 Estus because I keep on making the same exact mistakes over and over again. And don't even ask me what that was. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you what why I did any of that. Correction, 4 Estus because I keep on making the same dumb mistakes. And I'm stuck on a wall. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's not like he does anything that I can't avoid, or that anything that he does is particularly difficult. It's exclusively on myself being a little bit of a clown, if we're being honest. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Once more unto the breach. Why am I on my repair powder? In fact, I can just unequip that repair powder, honestly. I don't think the Leo ring is doing anything. So I might as well switch over to the chill bite ring. For, if nothing else, for phase 2. Phase 1, of course, I don't really need to worry about getting frosted. But, you know, the big dog in phase 2. Why are you... Okay. Oh, hi. Oh, they're going ultra aggro on me again. Like, all of them are. Good lord! Okay, we're gonna bone out. Unless we're not, I guess. Oh, man. My objective now is not to continue this. My objective is to get out of here. Because everyone is just at like maximum aggressiveness. Dear Lord. Can you not for like half a second just go away? That would be very nice. I'm getting hit here. Yep. Go away. Okay. Now, hopefully the next time we come back in here, it's going to be less of that. Less of that would be very, very nice. I will say, if nothing else, at least this arena looks very nice. It's a cool arena. Okay, this time, can the dogs not, like... Okay. Sure, whatever. I mean, I guess if you're gonna let me stunlock you, I'm not gonna complain about it. What did you do to deserve the aggression? You're trying to peacefully kill the Gravetender, true? And here's the thing, like... What did I even do to the Gravetender, you know? For all he knows, I'm just trying to come down here to pay respects to the grave. He's the one who just instantly decides to sick his dogs on me. Oh my lord, what is your problem, man? Stun lock? Almost. And we got it. Alright. Okay, 10 flasks going into the actual fight. Honestly, those dogs right at the beginning are one of the reasons that I just like abjectly hate this fight. Like starting off a boss fight with a 4-way gank is a little much in my completely honest opinion. Okay, come on. No, what's really crazy about this is that despite all of these attempted and failed runs, I've yet to die a single time. I don't want to jinx it, so that's all I'm going to say. But still. Why was that only 24? I charged that like over halfway. Not a very wise idea to trade. You went for a second. Of course you did. Guess I was a little too close there. I should probably get out of this area into somewhere a little more open. I say as I run back behind the mausoleum. This'll do. Can there really be called a mausoleum? It's not enclosed. Do mausoleums have to be enclosed? I should probably know, you know, being the being the history major and all, but I'm not certain. Oh, come on. At least, you know, I'm not like... I don't spend a whole lot of time researching architecture or anything like that. So... I suppose not knowing if a mausoleum has to be enclosed to be a mausoleum, you know, excuses, or is excused, even. I'm gonna have to take another Estus here. Ooh, that was close. That was close. A lot closer than I would have liked it to be. Okay. Actually a pretty solid hit there. See, I need to just get through the Great Wolf. And I don't think that this fight is too bad. You know, as long as I remain patient and, don't do anything terribly stupid. Like that. Okay. Yeah, that was a little bit of an awkward positioning there. I should have known. I should have known better. I could have probably gone for a punish. Right there. Come on, just do the leap. The leap is the easiest to punish. Why did I jump as well? I have no idea why I jumped there. Yeah, I don't know why I went for that. Like, I know that NPCs have absurd tracking on their attacks. Okay. Love that. Down to half Estus now. Pretty much the same pattern as before. Which means that I'd probably be down to 2, or sorry, to 4. Another 2. I'll be down another 2, is what I was intending to say. I will be down 2 for Estus by the time that the wolf actually shows up. 65 damage. Was that counter damage? I guess it's possible that it was like instability damage or something. He was in the middle of a roll. And yeah, when he's in the middle of the attack, it's not instability damage. Sorry if you heard that, by the way. I just smacked my mic. That was a very unsafe attack to have done there. That could have resulted in some bad things. We do almost have him to half, though. You know, the gear of the Gravetender is that the weapon, at least, not the armor. But the weapon is pretty unique because most of the equipment in Dark Souls is clearly like Western medieval high fantasy sort of design aesthetic, whereas what he has is a lot more Greco-Roman. You know, he has what's basically a gladius, and then admittedly a very small round shield, which isn't too much of a Greco-Roman thing. But the design on it is definitely a lot more Greco-Roman aesthetic than you know, the standard Western aesthetic that's generally on display in Dark Souls. It's pretty cool, if you ask me. No, the weapon itself is a piece of garbage, and I also kind of hate the fact that when you use it, it's primarily a slashing weapon instead of a thrusting weapon. But, you know, most weapons, I think, should probably be thrusting weapons and are actually slashing. So, it's whatever. You know, you can only do so much within the confines of a dark fantasy video game, so I'm not going to fault it on that at all. I also don't mind other things, you know, putting realism aside. I don't mind things like the Guts greatsword. I mean, it's just called Greatsword. But the big ultra greatsword that's basically just like a point of slag. Yep, I love getting hit by that through the pillar. Thank you very much, game. Alright, down to 3 Estus. Let's go. I could also do with the Gravetender not just like being weirdly actually interested in me in this run. I'm getting hit by that? Yeah. Am I allowed to see, maybe? That'd be nice. God, I hate the amount of just, like... just like, dust and, you know, frosty mist that he just throws everywhere. It's rather obnoxious to try to see what's happening when the screen is, like, entirely white. I could also do without, you know, all of the jump attacks that are just randomly happening. Seriously? Maybe I do need to try to finish the Gravetender first. I don't know, he's being disruptive is the issue. Alright, no more Estus. That, by the way, that attack is the second reason why I hate this fight so much. I don't actually mind NPC bosses as much as most people tend to. But what I highly dislike is the boss sliding around the entire arena to the point that you can't tell what it's doing. The other problem is, of course, the hitboxes. Specifically on the attack where it slides across the arena so much you don't know what's happening. It's got some pretty scuffed hitboxes. That being said, we are going to need to disengage here. We see for this fight, FromSoft realized that they didn't have any flashbangs in the game and decided to add them in here, true. Yeah, I guess that's it. Decided they just didn't want the player to be able to see. I mean, I don't know, sometimes these things just happen. I just, like, it's not the fact that there are those kinds of particle effects, it's the extent to which they are active, which is a problem, you know, in my mind. Not the fact that they exist, it's the fact of how many of them there are. Alright, come on. I feel like sometimes they just decide to go further than they're supposed to. Okay, I need to back out. Not going to be able to quite isolate another one like that, I don't think, to the extent that I'm just going to be able to unlock it to death. Yeah, I don't really know why, but sometimes the distance on the leaps that the dogs do are very inconsistent. Ow. You know, like, it feels like sometimes they go much shorter than they should, and other times they're just, like, flying across the entire arena. That last dog's playing safe. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come get me. Now, if I had more damage here, this would actually be quite an easy fight. At least I have enough damage to be relevant, though. But like, if I were on like the Dragon Slayer Great Axe or something right now, or like Hollow Slayer Great Sword, you know, one of my El Clásicos, or even if I was just on like an Ultra Great Sword or something like that. Which, speaking of, and now that I've used Ultra Great Swords on Freda, it's gonna be hard for me to use anything else, I think. Like, I actually, because of this run, I know how she works with that. The problem is just in, you know, I don't know if, because Ultra Great Swords they're very slow weapons, and if you want to use them, like, they're really, really strong weapons, of course, but you have to play in a particular way if you want to actually use them. You know, so it's the sort of thing where, like, I'm just not sure, because of the type of weapon that I used against her. I don't know if what I've really learned about her, other than, you know, just the basic fundamental concepts. I don't know if those are really going to, if I'm really going to be able to keep consistent with that knowledge in the future. Now, also, Freda is a kind of fight that just kind of forces you to play patient. You know, in general, I play very fast and loose on most of my runs. And I don't really spend a whole lot of time actually learning any of the attack patterns. You know, which might sound weird once, you know, considering I've got, like, maybe, like, probably around 1,000 combined hours in Souls games. You know, I just never really bothered to learn attack patterns. Oh, come on. Man, I hate the fact that the just poise just doesn't exist in this game. You know, they didn't have to make it like Dark Souls 1, where if you had enough poise, you could literally just walk through anything. And, like, in Dark Souls 1, you can reasonably do an all-hit run of the game if you can stack enough poise quickly enough. And by all-hit, I mean, like, you restart the run if something, like, if you dodge something or otherwise avoid an attack, you have to restart the run. And it's very possible to do that sort of thing in Dark Souls 1. Definitely not possible in DS3, I wouldn't think so. Just considering the fact that that poise is not a stat that actually does anything in this game. You know, in general, it's like 51 poise that you need to really have poise be having a strong impact, and in like Dark Souls 3, it's a miracle if you can even get to 30 poise. You know, poise numbers are just so low in this game. Which means that you have to be a lot, you know, more on point with your dodging and everything. It also means that, if you get hit by something, you're just going to be staggered by it no matter what. You know, no matter if it's the smallest weapon in the entire game, if you get hit by something, you're taking stagger from it. I don't even know how I got hit by that, actually. I was in a roll. Ah. Of course, he stepped back. Did he just gain HP? Or am I tripping? I'm probably tripping. But I could have sworn that I saw his HP bar move up slightly. Okay, let's see if I can actually get to the Great Wolf without, you know, going down to half Estus. Oof. Okay, I didn't expect him to go straight into another attack there. Well, yes, I'm not gonna get there with you know, half Estus. Or above half, I mean. Technically, I still am above half, because half is 6. Still, though. I'm not liking the trend of my Estus use. Because it means that I'm really gonna have to clutch up in phase 2. I guess the other thing that I can do is the Great Wolf actually spawns at various points throughout the area, and if you beat it in those points, then, when it spawns into here, it'll actually spawn with less HP. I could go around and beat those ones. There's 2 spots that I know of. I think there's 3 total. I don't usually ever bother with doing that. So I don't know for certain where the 3rd one is. I have a pretty good idea of where it is. But I'm not completely certain. But the first 2 I know for sure. First 2 are pretty hard to miss. I just tend to normally run past them. All right, where's the big dog? Big dog. Why is that a jump attack? Like, what? I'd stopped running, you know, a notably long time before I made that fling. I genuinely do not know why that was a jump attack. I'm over there. I thought I was a lot closer to him than that. Yep, sounds about right. Maybe I try to take down the Gravetender first, actually. Maybe I don't try to do that. That seems like a foolish idea. With the big pupper. Excuse me? I don't even know what's hitting me at this time. See, like, how do I get hit there when I'm underneath him? I'm getting... I thought I was dead there. I don't know, I feel like this is one of the instances where FromSoft was just like, you know what would be funny? If we just turned the entire body into a hitbox for no reason at all. For absolutely no justifiable reason. The entire model is just one giant hitbox. God, I hate this boss. This is one of those bosses that's just like so objectively bad that it's... And now there goes my dog. Oh, is the lighting on? Okay, I see. I understand. But yeah, you can likely understand my disdain for this particular boss. I'm also part of me is wondering if maybe the sword ring is not what I want to run here. But the other thing is like I'm just not sure if he's sharing his opinion with World, sure. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, sword ring, I don't know really if I'm getting very much effectiveness out of it. I feel like I'm usually damaged for most of this fight. That being said, if I were to swap it out, yep, jump attack there, jump attack, thank you, that's totally what I wanted to do, because I ever touched any kind of controls that would have, you know, that should have made me do a jump attack. God. The way that kicks work in games prior to Elden Ring is actually inexcusable. It is so terrible. Like, I don't know whose idea it was to tie kicks and jump attacks to that particular set of inputs, but whoever did it clearly has no idea how to make a game. Because it's a terrible idea. Like, I don't know how that particular controller configuration made it all the way from Demon's Souls to Dark Souls 3. Like, It's honestly astounding. The fact that somebody made that decision, and then enough people thought that it was a good decision that it just became the standard. Such a terrible configuration. Now, if you don't know how a kick works in this game, or a jump attack, what you have to do is you have to do a forward tilt on the on the left stick, on the left analog stick, while pressing either R1 for a kick or R2 for a jump attack. Hold on. There we go. Or R2 for a jump attack, respectively. But the thing is, there's never an incentive to do either of those, really. They take so long. They expose you to so much. And just generally, if you try it, it's not going to go your way. And yet somehow it makes it through 5 different games. Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne. Actually, I don't know if Bloodborne works like that. I imagine it would. But Bloodborne in general is just a little different in pretty much every way. Okay, cool. I can't roll, I guess. Yeah, it's different in enough ways that I'm not 100% confident that, jump attacks and kicks really even exist at all in that game. I've never played it myself. So I can't say for certain on that one. And I've never played Demon Souls myself. Wow, thank you, game. Thank you very much for, chain together a billion hits for absolutely no reason. Okay, to be honest, it's not the number of hits that is the problem. It's the fact that every one of those hits staggers you. No matter what you're wearing, if a single one of those hits you, you are getting staggered, which means if you get hit by one of them, you get hit by all of them. That's the problem. Now, maybe I'd have less of a problem with it if enemy poise also worked that way, if enemies also staggered every single time they were hit. But, they don't. So... I hate the hit tracking on NPCs in this game. They have way too much tracking on all of their attacks. It's practically impossible to ever sidestep anything that an NPC does, because then they'll just hit, like, they have infinite tracking on all of their hits, on all of their attacks. And that's one of the reasons that NPC bosses suck so much. The other reason is, they can spam things just constantly. I don't think they even have a stamina bar or anything like that. Like, that's why things that players can do are, is balanced, just because players have a stamina bar. NPC bosses can just do whatever they like whenever they want to. They either don't have stamina, or they have so much stamina that they might as well just not have it as a resource that they need to be concerned about consuming. See, and look at that. What is that? He does like a full 270-degree turn to hit me with that. Actually, it wasn't that. It's the inverse of that, whatever it is. And it's not 270, because 270 would be, what, 90? Whatever, I don't know, I'm not a math person. It would be 90. It was a lot more than a 90-degree. It was almost a 180-degree turn. You know, to hit me with that attack. And I don't know how my attack there didn't even hit it at all. Oh, cool, now I just can't move. I'm sorry, I'm complaining a lot. I absolutely hate this boss. This entire DLC is just a prime example of what not to do. This entire DLC, all of DLC 1 is just a steaming pile of cow poop. Like, there are no words to describe just how terrible DLC 1 is. I might change up my armor some, I guess. See if there's anything better. Not really. You've noticed you hate this boss in DLC? Yeah, I mean... I don't know, like... Honestly, for the most part in my casual runs, like, I don't even do this DLC. Like, it's terrible. It is actually terrible. I hate Frida substantially less after having beaten her on this run. But as a whole, this DLC just sucks, and this boss, honestly, is a significant part of that. Like, this boss is a very significant part of the reason why this DLC is, other than Dark Souls 2, among the worst work that From Software has ever done. Where's the other dog? Like, I don't know who thought it would be a fun idea to start off you know, the worst boss fight in the entire game, with a gank. Like, have it be a gank into an NPC fight into another gank? Like, genuinely, I don't know who thought of that idea, but I hope that whoever it was, is not really taken seriously by much of anyone. Because this was a colossally stupid idea. And the same thing, by the way, to whoever thought that it would be a good idea to, you know, have poise just be a stat that does nothing. Like, I got staggered twice in a row there by, you know, like the weakest just tap attacks. I am so tempted to just invalidate the run by breaking out the Ultra Right Sword. You know, I'm gonna reset this. I've done no damage to him, and I'm almost half of my Estus down. Yeah, you have no idea how tempted I am right now to just break out the Ultra Great Sword. Okay. Get over here. Let's do this. They're going ultra aggro for some reason again. Oh, cool. Don't let the awful boss break it. I mean, we'll see. We will see. Okay, I don't know why I wasn't allowed to run there for a moment. Wasn't like I had no stamina or anything either. My stamina bar was full. I just wasn't allowed to run. That was an entirely unnecessary dodge. $60 damage through a block. I don't know, the other thing is, like, this isn't even a boss that requires learning, like Frida. Or that I'm losing because I'm not paying attention to, like, Gundyr, 2 days ago. It's just a poorly made boss. That's the only thing. It's just not a good boss. Oh jeez. Oh no. One of my fingers locked. There we go. One of my fingers just like locked up there and needed to pop. Okay, come on. That hit me. Pretty sure I was in a roll, but whatever. Yeah, of course you did too. The damage is still worth the charged R2. Like, it's not that much more than the tap, but it does yellow damage, and yellow damage makes me feel good. Man, I don't know. After this run, I'm gonna have to do just a DS1 run and enjoy the the absurd amount of damage that you can do in that game. It is, for the record, it is entirely possible to one-shot every single boss in Dark Souls 1. A one-shot being any attack that's done with just one single press of a button. So multi-hit attacks count for a one-shot if it's still just a single input. Ugh. Oh, come on. Of course, it went right into the jump. Another leap. Ooh, that actually hit him. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that should have hit him. Like, I had thought that he dodged that with the side steps. I wonder how much total HP I have gotten in this run through the Sun Princess ring. It's like Sun Princess plus Lloyd's Sword Ring have actually carried this run. And I just go and do that. Right as I'm starting to actually kind of get to a high HP number too. Ooh. Unfortunate hit. Okay. Alright, big dog. Hopefully a Estus is going to be enough. Thanks for letting me see the screen, game. You know, I definitely appreciate having just a pure white screen. Hit by it immediately.
As soon as I heal.
But hey, I mean, that's what's new there. The other thing that I hate about dual... Well, this is something that I just dislike about dual bosses in general. Is that there's so much of... Like... Sorry, there's the bosses have such a potential to just stagger their attacks. Right to the point that you're going to get hit by something no matter what you do, and this is something that I mentioned earlier in the run. What boss was I on when I was talking about it before? I don't remember which boss I was talking about it on, with the staggered attacks making it impossible to dodge entirely. I'm pretty sure it's something that I mentioned before, though. I'm getting hit by that? Yep. And like, look at that, it's, you know, one hit immediately into the other attack. To the extent that I'm not allowed to do anything. And this is actually why, you know, on runs that I have an actual weapon, I tend to kill the Gravetender first. You know, because when I have the damage output to just burst him down, you know, neutralizing his ability to just either throw random nonsense at you or, you know, sneak up on you like that. Like, neutralizing his ability to do that sort of thing is just, you know, a very nice thing to have. Are you kidding? You just throw that one single soul dart just for the purpose of interrupting my thing. Oh my days. Oh my days. Man, I don't know. This is